Greetings, everyone. It's me, Zhang Junrei, but you can call me Ah Rei. Please be advised that while on our journey, we may run into some fog and smoke. Now, let's embark upon a raft and sail to the sun and the moon.
Namaste. I greet you all in our common spirituality.
Late spring, peach and apricot blossoms everywhere. Their fragrance fills the air, pink and white. How beautiful they are against the bright blue sky. They bring a smile to my face, but a tear to my eye. After betrothing me to Lord Zhengheng, before you knew my feelings about him, and now you cannot help me.
Oh, mistress, speak plainly. Say you don't love him. You certainly don't like him. There's not much about him to like.
Hongyang, I will soon be 20. The sweet time of my youth is quickly passing away, and still I've not found love.
To the sun, sail to the moon, sail to the sun and moon. I want to embark upon a raft and sail to the sun and moon. I'm searching, searching for my love, searching for my love. I hope to find her soon. Then we can embark upon a raft and sail to the sun and moon. Look, there is the Yellow River, the mother river of China. What a magnificent sight! Its source is high in the mountains, far beyond the clouds. The river winds relentlessly onward until it falls at last into the eastern sea. That I really could embark on my raft and sail to the sun and the moon.
Greetings, young man. I am a superior monk of the monastery. May I help you?
Most venerable one, my name is Zhang Junrei, but my friends call me Ah Rei. My hometown is Luoyang. Even though I am brilliant, I've failed the district tests so often my examination seat never grows cold. I have no job and am very poor, so I wander about, a vagabond, learning as I go. My destination is Chang'an, the capital, to take the imperial examination, the most important in the land. To pass that with distinction assures the best government positions, which is to pluck the flower of success from the moon.
Mr. Zhang, if you are as brilliant as you just said, why have you failed district examination so many times?
I'll tell you why. My father was Minister of Internal Affairs. He was a good and honest man, and so when he died unexpectedly quite young, he was penniless. My mother died of grief shortly thereafter. I was still a boy, an orphan with nothing, and I've had to fend for myself ever since. So I travel about like a leaf in the wind and steady by light of firefly or light reflected off the snow.
Mr. Zhang, what is the goal in your life?
I want to be a government official and a moral and educated man like my father, who does good for the people. Your monastery is famous for teaching people to perform good deeds. Would you be so kind as to give me a tour?
With pleasure. That is the great hall of the Buddha. There's quarters for the monks. That is the kitchen. There's multi-tailed pagoda reaching to the sky. And over there, the Western Pavilion and the quarters for the visitors.
What fine buildings. Oh, but over there, what place is that?
We may not go there. That's Eastern Pavilion, the private quarters of late Prime Minister Cui and his widow, his daughter Yeung, and their lady maid, Hong Liang.
What a beauty. I surely knew and loved her in a previous life. Heaven knows how many beauties I have seen in my life, but none as beautiful as she. My soul soars to heaven. Oh, have I found a paradise on earth? Her every gentle step is so full of grace. She is like the willow in the evening breeze. She must be the goddess of the far-off South Seas. Oh, what a beauty. Did you see how she turned and smiled at me?
What are you talking about, Mr. Zhang?
That incredible lady who fills my heart with yearning.
I don't understand.
Well, when I look at you, your head radiating a heavenly glow, your face that of a handsome young man, I know you must have discovered the secret to eternal youth.
I'm still not sure I understand you.
What I mean is, if you'd be so kind as to put in a good word to that ravishing beauty, I'd never, ever forget you.
Mr. Zhang, surely you have something else to say.
Oh, yes, forgive me. I've heard you are hospitable to students. May I rent a room to study for the imperial examination? I can't afford to pay much.
All the western chambers are vacant, so you can have your pick.
Well, a western chamber that faces the eastern pavilion would be wonderful.
Western chamber can be easily arranged.
Oh, most reverend superior. Lady Cui wants to know when you will perform memorial service for late Prime Minister. She and Ying will attend.
When she was younger, the servant must have been quite the beauty. She still is pretty, and there's a certain nobility about her. You certainly would not expect to find her making beds. In fact, if she could arrange for me to find my way into her young mistress's bed, well, she'd never have to make that one.
Hou Niang, please tell Lady Cui the 15th day of the second moon is day on Buddha receives offerings. They should come along, sacrifice incense in the morning before dawn. Mr. Zhang, what is the matter?
I'm sorry. I could not help but think of my own departed mother and father. I was hoping you'd include them in your morning prayers. I'd be doing my duty as a son to save their souls.
Of course. I'm sure Lady Cui will not object.
Venerable Superior, I must go. Mistress will wonder what happened to me.
Pardon me, but are you not Hongyang, the lady's maid of Mistress Ying?
I am?
Well, if I may be so bold, I've something to say to you.
Well, then say it.
My name is Zhang Junrei, but my friends call me Ah Rei. Although I am intelligent, courteous, talented, irresistibly handsome, and unsurpassably modest, I'm still unmarried.
Who asked you?
Is your young mistress in the habit of strolling out of doors?
What's that to you? Confucius say, speak only what is proper. Lady Cui rules family with an iron fist, and she's cold as ice. And no one, but no one, may go to Eastern Pavilion without an invitation. In the future, ask only what is proper.
Well, in that case, tell your young mistress that if her mother is as strict as you say, then she had no right to turn and smile at me the way she did. And if I must give up thinking of her, she must tell me how to do it, for her image is engraved upon my very soul, that I could take her in my arms. Once there, she would never again heed her ice-cold mother. Oh, your benevolence. What have you decided regarding a chamber for me?
The western chamber overlooking the garden of Eastern Pavilion. It's a very comfortable room. Come, I'll show it to you.
Did the Venerable Superior set the date for my father's memorial?
Yes. On the 15th day of the second moon, offering to Buddha is most favorable. Reverend Superior requests you and Mother come alone before dawn to burn incense. But, young mistress, I have a very funny story to tell. Young student was present when I spoke with Venerable Superior, and he said, "Are you not Hong Yang, maid to young lady Ying Sui? I am Abre Shang. I am from Luoyang. I am 23 years old and still unmarried."
You little imp! Who told you to ask such questions?
I didn't ask, he simply told me. And then he asked if you were in the habit of going outside. And I said, "None of your business."
You shouldn't have scolded him.
Well, when a man is a fool, why not scold him?
Have you told this to my mother?
No, I didn't see her.
You must never breathe a word of this to her. Oh, how unexpectedly love has entered my heart. He is so beautiful, and when he moves so graceful, the first time I saw him, I could not breathe, and instantly became his.
Western chamber. But the night is dark, and I can hardly see the garden of the Eastern Pavilion. Oh, moon, can you not, for my sake, come out just a little early. From the window I gaze on the garden. What a beautiful night. Midnight and no one's about. The moon is bright and the breeze caressing. Skies are clear, not a trace of a cloud. The river reflects the silver light of the moon, and shadows of trees fall and move about the courtyard. It would be a perfect night if only she were in sight. Oh, what a beauty! There she is, and more beautiful now than by daylight. It's as if she entered the garden just so I could see her.
In burning this first stick of incense, I pray that my deceased father ascend to heaven. In burning the second stick, I pray that my dear mother live to be 100. In burning this third stick...
Yes, go on. What do you pray?
Why
do you always get stuck on the third stick? Allow me to complete prayer for you. I pray young mistress find husband, smart, handsome, kind, and second to none.
I have written a poem to the one I love. On this magical night, when the moon's light is clear and bright, I can see the goddess of the moon descended from the skies into the garden of the Eastern Pavilion before my loving eyes.
Who can that be who wrote such a beautiful poem?
Voice is the same as foolish student, who is 23 years old and still unmarried.
Here is a poem in response to his. Solitude dwells in the garden. To no avail the moon's bright light has shone. Show pity on the girl who sighs there all alone. O moon, why have you come forth to light up the sky when my sorrow is so dark? The one I love is unreal as a mirage, like the distant horizon, never to be reached. I cherish him only in my heart, speak of him only with my lips, meet him only in my dreams.
How prompt her response, and so apt, and her voice as sweet as a nightingale's. Now, it's my turn.
Hongyang, listen. It's not the sound of wind chimes. It's a man humming, and it's coming from the western chamber. The music is more powerful than sabers of warriors on horseback, more gentle than flower petals falling on water. The melody expresses the separation of young lovers.
How do you know what the music expresses when there are no words?
Well, if he sings the words, you'll see I'm right.
A lovely girl so fair. One look and there's no forgetting her. When she's out of sight, I am driven to despair. Oh, that I could join with her forever. But if I cannot, I will surely die.
How beautiful, and yet so sad, like the weeping of Confucius upon seeing the unicorn. Oh, Hongyang, Go to him first thing in the morning and tell him how much I love the beautiful sadness of the song.
I will tell him how much you love his song. Only his song.
The wind comes in gusts, and the rain beats down with the fury beats down.
Enter. Oh, Hongyan.
Oh, why so sad, Mr. Cheng?
I've lost interest in studying. I haven't touched a book. I no longer care for advancement or fame. How can I even think of going to the capital now? I'm constantly in a daze. I forget to eat, I forget to drink, I forget what I do or where I go. I'm drunk on love, mad with love. Love has taken possession of my soul. Did your mistress like my song?
Oh, she liked even more the lips that sang it.
I thought so. Ooh, I have a letter for her.
Oh, your handwriting is so beautiful, but I cannot read. So tell me what you wrote.
It says, "What is more precious than a man's life? So please, lovely lady, be careful with mine."
Oh, how romantic. How romantic you are. You are, but dear scholar, who write beautiful poem, whatever come, always keep career in mind. The hand that won't caress, girl, must always be ready. Pluck, pluck flower of success from moon. Must not let love entangle and trip up noble ambition. Must not pine away of love.
Hongyang, your advice is good, and I shall carry your words in my heart forever. Oh, but please, won't you deliver my letter?
Oh, my only thought day and night is to bring this destined match to fulfillment. So how can I not deliver your precious letter?
He won't come, all love will disappear like a stone into the deep.
Mr. Cheng sent a letter.
The audacity! Am I accustomed to receiving such a letter? I am the daughter of the Prime Minister. You little imp, how dare you deliver it to me? I'm going to tell my mother, and she'll give you a good thrashing.
No, how is it possible for me to know what he wrote when I cannot read? Besides, you sent me to him, he sent me to you, and now you're angry at me? Things are turning out exactly as you want, and suddenly you're angry? Why? I tell you why. Suddenly you're ashamed and want others to suffer for what you do. You're not accustomed to receiving such a letter. Well, who is accustomed? Now you're going to tell Mother? Tell Mother what? Rather than tell Mother, let me take the letter to her and act like an informer.
Well, now, don't be so hasty. I forgive him, and I forgive you too, but only this once. Now answer me, is he lovesick?
Well, he says when he eats, he cannot eat. And when he drinks, he cannot drink. And when he walks, he cannot know where he's going and when to stop.
Oh, well, then a doctor of the highest skill must be called to examine him.
Oh, this is not the kind of sickness for a doctor, not even a good one. The patient says he's on the verge of death. The doctor says he's in perfect health. Some diseases have remedies, but lovesickness has no cure except by giving it romantic expression.
You nasty imp! How dare you speak of that when Mr. Zhang is like an old friend?
More than that, don't you think? I tell you what you do. You encourage him to climb a ladder that you yourself provide. And then when he's at the highest dangerous height, you push the ladder away.
Yes, and for that I am ashamed. But how can he be allowed to write such a letter? I shall write him not to do it again.
But why? Who are you fooling?
You don't understand. Take this to Mr. Zhang.
I refuse. You use me like a needle and thread, back and forth, without end. That evening when the two of you recited poetry to each other and he sang to you, were you not consumed with passion? Then did you feel shame as you looked so longingly at that horrible and crazy fellow's window? Suddenly you feel shame, but absolutely refuse to take blame, so find fault with others. But you're not fooling anyone. Until now, I've put up with this nonsense, but no more. But what am I to do? If I don't deliver your letter, I'm disobeying you. Besides, Mr. Chang is expecting an answer to his letter, so I have no choice but to deliver yours.
Not true. I am the one to blame. Mother, it's all my fault. No, it's all my fault.
Your romance is finished. Your letter dealt the death blow.
Let me see. Hongyang, today is my lucky day.
What do you mean?
Well, your mistress's abuse of me was all for show.
Really? How do you know?
She says so. Moreover, she's planning to meet me tonight.
Really? What for?
What do you think?
Oh, I don't believe it.
You can believe it or not.
Read the letter to me.
It's a poem of only 4 lines.
Read it.
When moonlight comes to the western chamber, and in the garden shadows fall, moving about the pavilion wall, then climb, my precious, climb, my precious, climb.
When moonlight comes to the western chamber, and in the garden shadows fall, moving about the pavilion wall. Then climb, my precious, climb. Climb, my precious, climb. Climb, my precious, climb. Climb, my precious. see, Hongyang, the poem's message is perfectly clear.
So, mistress makes a fool of me, but this letter shows the coming of the real thing.
Our union has been predestined since the beginning of time. But now, I must wait until tonight? The wretched day seems endless. The sun seems glued to the sky. Oh, move, sun, move. At last the sun is sinking, the lamps are being lit. The sound of drums are beating, and the evening bells begin to toll. I must keep watch at my window for the rising of the moon. For tonight, the moment of our union, destined for 3,000 years, has come. Destined for 3,000 years has come.
Bewitching she is. Only a few days ago, she was bashful and shy. She embroidered, she wrote poetry, and made calculations on the abacus. But now, she is so full of passion, she can hardly control herself. Oh, over there. I thought a flock of crows were casting shadows, but it's Scholar Cheng hiding behind a bush.
Oh, Yeung, darling, oh.
It's me, Hongyang. Oh, lucky you made mistake with me. What if it had been Lady Sui? Really, you should look before embracing. Besides, you have to climb.
Sorry, Hongyang, I was overly excited. You see, I'm certain that this evening...
This evening?
This evening I'm going to win her over.
Oh, Mr. Cheng, remember... You must treat her gently. You must speak soft words. Now go, end lovesickness. Show the man of boldness. Who is it?
It's me, Zhang Junrei.
Mr. Zhang, what kind of man are you to suddenly appear on a girl's balcony at this hour of night?
You wrote...
Mr. Cheng, what became of bold talk? Why does the dashing fellow suddenly stop? Oh, look at him, standing and clasping his hands, bowing his head and acting all frozen. When no one's about, his tongue wags easily enough. So, all boldness is make-believe. Mr. Cheng is as useless as a corn tassel without an ear of corn.
Hongyang, come quick! There's a thief on my balcony.
No, not a thief. Just a poor, lovesick student.
I should never have written that note. It was reckless of me, and I am ashamed. Mr. Zhang, we are like old friends. So why do you come in secret, like a thief in the night, when I was least expecting you? Leave my balcony at once. Hongyang, I'm going inside.
What became of Big Talk, oh great master of poetic riddle? This is one riddle you didn't understand.
Hongyang, it is not the riddle I don't understand. It is your mistress I don't understand.
You let the golden moment pass. You just Talk about being bold and amorous, but you're like a great storm cloud, threatening with thunder and lightning, but not a single drop of rain falls. So, stop composing romantic poems. Write no more love letters. Instead, prepare for the bachelor life and speak to Venerable Superior about becoming a monk.
This is 15th day of second. This is 15th day of second moon, when Shakyamuni Buddha entered Nirvana. Those who say prayers today are sure to gain happiness. Lady Cui and her daughter Ying are expected at any moment to make a sacrifice by burning incense.
The sound of drums and cymbals can be heard in every corner of the monastery. This is the day of the memorial for my mother and father. The ringing of the bell is the invocation of Buddha, but my mind is far from religion. All I can think of is her. I am aflame with desire.
Mr. Zhang, it's time for you to make your offering.
May all the living enjoy long life on earth, and may all the dead be happy in paradise.
What an excellent prayer.
I pray that the souls of my parents ascend swiftly to heaven.
Another fine prayer.
Oh, great Buddha, please help me have a secret meeting with Ying.
Mr. Zhang, speak up. I could not hear your last prayer.
Such overwhelming beauty. Her face is as lovely as pear blossoms. Her hair as smooth as silk. Her fragrance as sweet as mandarin oranges. She is pure enchantment.
Lady Cui, I have a favor to ask. Scholar Zhang is our visitor. Ever since his parents died, he had no opportunity to show filial gratitude. So he asked me to include them in this morning's memorial ceremony. I promised I would without consulting you. I hope you don't mind.
Mind? Why should I mind when he's acted so nobly?
Lady Cui and Ying, it's time for you to make your offering. Boundless light and boundless life is Buddha. Boundless light and boundless life is Buddha. Boundless light and boundless life gives Buddha.
I love him so.
Hush, till prayers are over.
Boundless light and boundless life is Buddha. Boundless light and boundless life gives Buddha. With the rising of the sun, the memorial ceremony is over. Let's return to our quarters. Gentlemen, prayers are over. Let's return to our quarters.
Ying, mother wants to see you.
Searching, I am searching for my love.
Ha! Ha! I am Flying Tiger, the most famous of all bandits. I command 5,000 men, and we're here for the girl, Sui Ying, daughter of the Prime Minister. Now that's a prize worth winning, huh? I've heard she has overwhelming charms, beautiful eyes, a winning smile, a dancer's grace, and a face as lovely as the lotus in springtime. I intend to take her and make her my wife.
Commotion.
Calamity, catastrophe. The Flying Tiger and his 5,000 killer bandits have completely surrounded the monastery, as tight as iron hoop around the barrel. They're gonna kidnap Ying and make her Flying Tiger's wife.
But Flying Tiger is a hero's name. He doesn't sound very heroic to me.
What's happening? What's all that loud noise?
Flying Tiger and his 5,000 bandits have surrounded the monastery. He intends to make you his wife.
But he has never even seen me.
But he's heard about you. Overwhelming charms, beautiful eyes.
Oh, what is to be done? There's no place to hide and no way to escape. We'll all be killed. What does he care about this monastery and that it was built through gifts from my father? And so, after he kills us all, he'll burn the buildings to the ground.
Death for me would not be premature. But you, my dear child, are not yet married.
It's best to hand me over to the bandits so that your lives will be spared and the monastery not reduced to ashes.
That is very noble. But how can a mother hand her daughter over to a bandit?
In that case, I shall have to hang myself.
Oh, that is out of the question when you have no husband.
Well, then what if I marry the person who drives off the bandits?
An excellent idea. Attention, attention! To anyone who devises a plan to drive off the bandits, I will give Ying as bride.
I have such a plan.
Mr. Zhang has a plan, Mother.
To anyone who drives off the bandits, I will give Ying as wife.
I have such a plan. It requires the help of the beneficent superior.
Mr. Zhang, I'm not fighting man. You better find another one.
No, don't worry. Fighting won't be necessary. All you have to do is go out and deliver the following speech. You say, "Honorable Flying Tiger, Ying Ying's mother wishes to remind you that her daughter is still in mourning for her father. So you must withdraw to 1 arrow's flight and wait there for 3 days until the religious rites are over. Lady Cui says if you deny her request, you will bring bad luck on yourself and all your brave soldiers. At the end of 3 days, her daughter will become your bride. Most venerable one, that is the speech. Flying Tiger will listen, and if he has any sense, he will obey.
But what happened after 3 days?
My friend, General Du, known as General White Horse, is commander of the soldiers guarding the nearby mountain pass. He is an invincible warrior and my blood brother, and if I write to him, he will surely come to our rescue.
His reputation is well known. I'm confident that he can save us. I am going to deliver the speech.
Bandits are thinking only of ways to save themselves. Who cares at all for my mother or me, except you, Mr. Zhang? This is not the case of a scholar wishing to show off how much he knows. This is the case of a man whose advice is real. Success or failure depends entirely on his plan, and his plan hinges on a letter. With the point of a pen, he intends to sweep away 5,000 ruthless bandits.
It's all went well. The Flying Tiger has accepted Lady Cui's terms, and he has sent her his highest regard and assured her how lucky she is to have him as a son-in-law. But he also limits us for 3 days only. By then, if Ying does not go to him, he will kill us all. So, Mr. Zhang, write your letter to General without a delay.
I've already written it. All we need is someone to deliver it.
The cook, his name is Ming. He's here studied to be a monk, but he's only interested in fighting and drinking. He's fierce and capable to slay the dragon, but he's also contrary. If you ask him to act like a messenger, for sure he's going to refuse. But if you can arouse his perverse spirit, nothing will deter him from going. Let me see what I can do. I have a dangerous mission. I don't know whom to send because no one's brave enough to go.
Who called?
I have a letter. It must go immediately to General Whitehorse. But the mission is very dangerous because the messenger has to pass right through the midst of a camp of Flying Tiger and 5,000 killer bandits. You are only a cook. I can't possibly send you. Whom else do you recommend?
There's only one man to send on such a dangerous mission. Me!
But that will take you away from the kitchen and also away from meditation and prayers.
I'm glad to get out of the kitchen. I don't like to prepare noodle soup or pickles, leeks, and bean curds. I don't believe in prayers or meditation. I find sacred books boring. Worship is not the right job for me. What I want to do is defend the weak against the tyranny of the strong, to enter the tiger den, slay all the tigers. There'll be no need to roast the bandits, or bake, or fry, or stew them. I'll eat them raw. But now, I have a letter to deliver. Where is it?
Do you want to go alone or with other monks?
You want to send me with old monks carrying parasols? No, I'd much rather go alone.
And if the bandits stop you, as they surely will, what then?
Why? I'll bow and say, "Honored gentlemen, I'm the humble monastery cook, on my way to market to order food for exalted Flying Tiger's wedding banquet."
Excellent. When can you start?
If only you'd stop talking, I'd already be on my way. Ming, your hero is off to bring General Whitehorse from heaven.
Little Du is coming, with flags and banners flying. Ha! He means to fight us and destroy us. Ha!
Why, if it isn't Flying Tiger, the notorious bully who loves to plunder, vanquish, and murder the weak, the poor, and the good. That's all over now.
We shall see.
You bandits, survivors of the battle, I have executed your leader, which was only just. He was a tyrant, and there is no place in the civilized world for tyrants. As for you, I will show mercy. Those who do not wish to continue as soldiers may return to their homes and farms. Those who wish to remain in the army may join my troops.
General Whitehorse, the sight of you and your men approaching was like stars pouring forth from the Milky Way.
I came as quickly as I could. I'm glad to see you, brother.
General Whitehorse, I'm a superior monk of the monastery. Everyone here is in debt to you forever. 1,000 thanks, General.
General Whitehorse, I am Lady Cui, widow of the late Prime Minister, for saving our lives. 10,000 thanks, General.
I am Yeung, the late Prime Minister's daughter, for saving the monastery. 100,000 thanks, General.
The crisis is over, so you need not thank me. Besides, I was only doing my duty. Iray, what kept you at the monastery instead of coming to visit me?
Well, my journey was so exhausting, I had to rest here. And then I suddenly became ill with a strange sickness, from which I have at last recovered. So now I'd gladly accompany you to your headquarters, except Lady Cui just promised her daughter's hand to me in marriage. When the date is set, would you please do me the honor, as my best friend, of being my best man at the wedding?
It is I who would be honored. Congratulations, younger brother, on catching such a beauty. But as Flying Tiger's bandits have surrendered, I must deal with them. And so I say, farewell.
Farewell, General.
Bandits, led by 5,000 soldiers, drift away like a floating cloud. Oh, to you, Mr. Zhang, we owe everything. People would give credit to heaven, but heaven had nothing to do with it. Oh, how handsome he is, and smart. He cannot fail to touch Ying's heart. Oh, Mr. Zhang, I almost forgot. Lady Cui invites you to a banquet at the Eastern Pavilion.
Tell Lady Cui, I accept.
No student ever turned down a dinner invitation.
Are there going to be other guests?
No, just you. She invites you to thank you and to announce Ying's betrothal to you.
What food will be served?
A spoonful of cold rice and some pickled turnips.
Oh.
Now hurry. Lady Cui's expecting you soon.
Flying Tiger, you are my great benefactor. I owe you everything. I will ask the benevolent superior to perform a memorial service to save your soul, for it is my sincerest wish that Flying Tiger fly straight to paradise. Now, a banquet for me.
Mr. Zhang is coming, milady.
Good evening, Lady Cui.
Please be seated, Mr. Zhang.
No, I could not think of sitting in your presence.
It is better to obey than to be polite. If it had not been for you, we would not be alive today. So I have prepared a small supper, which in no way adequately repays you for all you've done.
Lady Cui, the bandits' defeat is a thing of the past and not worth mentioning.
Mother, this is an occasion that calls for a great celebration. Why, then, is it so spare? It's not because you can't afford an elaborate affair. We are here celebrating two events. One in honor of Mr. Zhang for saving our lives, and the second for my engagement to him. So why, then, are you giving only one meal? What he did for us was worth more than all the banquets we can give in his honor for the rest of his life.
Come here, my daughter. Sit and pay your respects to Mr. Zhang, who is like your older brother.
I do not like those words.
Oh. Mother is going back on her promise.
Oh, she has dealt the death blow to their marriage.
Mother, why do you call Mr. Zhang older brother?
Hongyang, fill older brother's cup with wine.
My beloved is like a young man waiting for his lover on a low bridge, when suddenly a giant wave washes over the bridge and sweeps him away in the torrent.
I don't drink.
My daughter, fill older brother's cup.
No, I've already said I don't drink.
Mr. Zhang, please drink some wine. When it takes effect, it will ease the pain.
Oh, sorrow, my sorrow is deeper than the deepest sea and vaster than the sky. From the moment I first saw him, I could not help thinking he was the spirit of the magic mountain, or the god of the enchanted sea. Oh, sorrow, how cruel to lose him now.
The light in my heart has gone out. How cruel my mother is. She destroyed a future that promised so much. She tricked him. When she needed him, she made him a promise she never intended to keep. And now she is getting rid of him by calling him older brother.
Hongyang, conduct Yeung to her room.
Lady Cui, I must go too. But before I do, I must tell you what's on my mind. When the bandits were surrounding the monastery, did you not say, to anyone who drives off the bandits, I will give Ying as bride? Were those not your very words?
They were.
And who was it who came forth with such a plan?
You, Mr. Zhang, and it is to you we owe our lives. I would never deny it.
So why is it that you suddenly call me older brother? A brother cannot marry his sister.
Mr. Zhang, I understand your disappointment. But when the late Prime Minister was alive, he betrothed my daughter to another, to Lord Cheng. So what am I to do? I cannot go against my late husband's wishes.
Lord Cheng?
Yes, you know him.
If he's the one I know.
Yes.
The one I know is a scoundrel, so it can't be the same man if he's to marry Ying.
Mr. Zhang, I've decided to reward you with a great sum of money, which will enable you to marry a young woman from a wealthy family. This seems the best solution.
Do you really think so? Supposing the bandits had carried out their intentions, what would you have said then? What do you think would have happened? Do you really think I would take your money? Lady Cui, I was filled with joy when you led me to believe your daughter and I would marry. But now you have changed your mind and expect to buy me off? I was under the impression your word was as good as gold, but I see I was mistaken. Good evening, Lady Cui.
The Venerable Superior sent me a message that Mr. Zhang was very ill, so I've written him a note.
If Mother finds out, she won't like it.
Why should I care about that when my mother cares nothing for my happiness? Deliver this note to Mr. Zhang. It contains a prescription to cure him.
Oh, mistress, no medicine can cure a broken heart.
Deliver this note!
Mistress, Mr. Zhang's sickness is serious. But not only because of Mother, but also because of you. You hurt him with icy words. All could have gone well, but you broke the spell by talking nonsense and saying, "Oh, Mr. Chang, you're an old friend, so why come like a thief in the night?" You cannot blame Mother for that. And now you say, "Oh, Mr. Chang, I have a prescription to cure you." Oh, mistress, false hope is far worse than no hope at all.
Hongyang, deliver my note!
Mr. Cheng, how are you feeling?
How do I feel? I feel like hanging myself.
Well, what good would that do? And besides, no need for drastic measures. Mistress has excellent prescription.
Let me see. It is a poem of only 2 lines, but my sickness has instantly been cured.
Read the poem to me.
Tonight, my love, without fail, I will come to you.
This time, poem is not riddle. I understand every word. But I wonder if she's coming. Not coming.
Hongyang, don't trouble yourself with wondering whether or not she's coming. All we need is for you to do your best for us.
I always do my best for you. I always do my best for you. And do not do in hope reward. I not expect jade ring or gold bracelet. Oh no. Only one simple thing. Small thing. Nice floral crown, embroidered gown, reaching to ground. We thought of that. She come to you. She come to you. She come to you tonight. Oh yes. Oh, but you must do your part, Mr. Cheng. Success or failure depends entirely on you. Oh, remember to take off your clothes.
Why isn't she here yet? Is she ever going to come? Suspense fills the western chamber as the crows caw in the courtyard, and the gentle wind dances through the rustling bamboo. His loving heart is wildly beating, and it seems if she won't come, all good will disappear like a stone into the deep. Suspense fills the western chamber as the crows caw in the courtyard, and the gentle wind dances through the rustling bamboo, through the rustling bamboo, through the rustling Is it fair that I'm so in love with her? Is there a medicine I can take to make me forget her?
It's Hong Young with young mistress. That's right, go in. That's right. I wait for you outside.
You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And I love you with all my heart and soul. Sail to the sun, sail to the moon. I've sailed to the sun and moon. I have embarked upon a raft and sailed to the sun and moon. I found my love, found my love, right here in my little room.
Sail to the sun, sail to the moon. We've sailed to the sun and moon. We
have embarked upon a raft and sailed to the sun and moon. Yes, we've sailed to the sun and moon.
But the bell tolls. We must go so Lady Sui won't miss us.
When will I see you again?
We must go.
Was it all a dream? No, it was no dream. She was so soft and warm, and her fragrance still fills the air. And yet, what about the imperial examination? Oh, I must leave without delay for the capital. I hope she comes again soon, maybe this afternoon.
Oh, if only she had continued to meet him by moonlight and returned to her bedroom with the morning star, they would not have been discovered. Oh, but they could not wait, grew too bold, and they took chances any time of day. Oh. Lady Sui is very clever and makes something from nothing. So she suspects something. Oh, she may even suspect Loli Honyang is the matchmaker. Ying has a new radiance. She's quite different than before. Lady Sui must notice. Oh, soon she will take me aside and say, "Oh, you nasty woman, I ordered you to watch over my daughter, and instead you led her astray." Oh, no.
Oh, you nasty woman. I ordered you to watch over my daughter, but instead you led her astray. Do you confess?
Oh, Lady Sway, nothing to confess. When we learned that older brother was sick, we paid him a visit to see how he was feeling.
And what did he say?
He said Lady Sway returned good with evil, so his joy turned to sadness, and that made him sick. Then he let me go and asked Ying to stay.
An unmarried girl? Left all alone with a young man?
Yes, to test our ancient medicine, acupuncture and moxibustion. How did I know it would end up like this? Ever since, couple keep company, and they are totally devoted to each other and happy in heart and soul. It's best to forgive a small offense. When a jade polisher finds tiny flaw in jade, he doesn't remove it for fear of making matters worse. It's best to let couple marry. They're a very good match.
Now I understand. You arranged this. You are wicked, Hongniang. Go and tell Ying and that animal I want to see them now.
Oh, young mistress, mother wants to see you now. Oh, Mr. Chang, Lady Sway wants to see you now. The game's up. Your affair is discovered.
Ying, daughter, innocent, precious flower, daughter, Ying, now is your most shameful hour. Zhang, you scoundrel, no scholar as you claim, villain, liar, I'll report you and your game, but to expose the shame would tarnish and soil our good name. Our family's honor all depends on her. How can I write things again? Mother, sorry I brought you shame.
No, that's not true. I am the one to blame.
Mother, it's all my fault.
No, it's all my fault. I shouldn't have let her.
I should have known better.
Well, not my fault.
Hongniang, please don't worthless blame her. You failed to take good care. Protect her from danger. Instead, you led her right there. Father, it's all me. I should have never let him be.
It's all my fault.
He brought to life my deepest fears.
I shouldn't have let her.
Wait, Lady Sway. All your fault.
How can you say that?
You say one who saved our life can take Ying as sweet wife. You break promise, no, not right, so no other choice in sight. Cheng must marry Ying now, say family name you must allow.
Mr. Zhang, I have no choice but to allow my daughter to marry you. Even though in our family we've never had a son-in-law without a good government position, so you must proceed to the capital at once and take the imperial examination. If you pass with honors and get an outstanding appointment, you may return and marry my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
But if you fail, don't bother.
Ying, my little nightingale, I shall return in triumph. And Hongyang, to you, I will bring a beautiful crown and embroidered gown reaching to the ground.
Separation is the saddest thing in life. Where will he sleep tonight? Will I meet him in my dreams? I think there's
Mr. Zhang, the time has come to say goodbye.
Mr. Zhang, I hope you always keep in mind the desirability of securing the highest grade.
At the capital, the weather will be cold. Take care of yourself, my precious. Dress warm. Be sure always to get a good night's sleep. And don't fall in love with another. To whom will I tell my cares and sorrows? Heaven cares nothing for human suffering. Oh, please promise you won't fall in love with another.
Ying, all I want in life is that we share the same bed and in death share the same grave.
Now's not the time to talk of lowly grave. Now's the time to think about lofty examination grade and plucking flower of success from the moon.
Here is some money which you must give to him as a gift from yourself and not from me.
Mr. Zhang, study hard for the next 6 months. You can easily pass spring examination. Here's some money to help pay expenses.
Most venerable superior, how shall I ever repay you? How can I ever thank you?
By passing with high grades and obtaining worthy position.
I'll do my best. 10,000 thanks, Your Holiness.
Let's return to our quarters.
May the goddess of mercy protect him from harm.
precious
It's been 6 months since my beloved left for the capital. My thoughts are always of him.
Toward the
Mistress, a letter just arrived for you.
It is from Are. He writes,
Darling Yeung, my little nightingale, I have just learned of my great good fortune. I passed the imperial examination with highest honors. Out of many, I am number 3. I have only to wait for my official assignment. Tonight, I will be a guest at the imperial banquet in honor of the successful candidates. As soon as the emperor permits, I will return to my darling nightingale, your Are.
"Oh, mistress dear, congratulations. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. Highest honors. How wonderful. But do not tell mother that he was number 3. As wonderful as that is, she will not be satisfied. Just tell her he passed with the highest honors. I've already prepared a small gift and enclosed a congratulatory note. Hongyang, run and dispatch this parcel."
After passing the imperial examination, I expected to leave the capital at once, but quite unexpectedly, the chancellor's daughter has fallen in love with me and wants to marry me. Her father not only approves, he insists on it. Moreover, he offered me a professorship here at the Department of Chinese Literature at the Imperial University. What a dilemma. What should I do? Well, Yeung is already engaged to Lord Zhengheng.
Xiang!
Well, yes? When did you come in? What happened to all the women?
What women? There are no women.
You didn't see young women dancing?
No, I saw no one.
Who are you? And why did you come in?
I am a messenger with a small package for you. Ray, my love, your little nightingale sends many congratulations. Oh, my beloved, how I miss you. I send you a small gift of a jade ring to encircle and protect our love. I also send you a poem. The poem's title is The Causes of Joy and Sorrow. Joy has many causes, but the feeling of joy is always the same. And sorrow has many causes, but the feeling of sorrow is always the same. How curious and how strange that tears follow both joy and sorrow. So limited are human feelings, except my boundless love for you.
What a beautiful poem, and so full of wisdom. I've known many intelligent women in my life, but none as smart as she. She adds a postscript.
Spring winds are very piercing, so be sure to dress warm. I can't wait to see you again. Your beloved Yeung.
How delightful is my little nightingale. She's second to none. How could I even think of another girl? But our love will last long after the mountains melt away, until all the rivers run dry and all the stars have fallen from heaven. Our love will last.
Of the far south seas.
Ying's mourning period for her father is over, so our marriage can take place. But as I arrived in town, I heard upsetting news that Ying's mother has betrothed her to another. But she cannot be engaged to two men at the same time.
Oh, Lord Cheng, why are you here?
Why? If it isn't Hongniang, the very person who can solve this puzzle.
Puzzle?
I've heard a rumor that in my absence, Ying is betrothed to a student named Zhang. The rumor must not be true.
Oh, no, it is true. Ying is betrothed to Mr. Zhang, scholar and poet.
But her father has promised her to me. How can his widow go back on her husband's promise?
The case is not exactly as you say. Flying Tiger came with 5,000 bandits, and Mr. Chang saved the lives of us all. What if the bandits had carried off Ying? With whom would you then plead your case? Ying rightfully belongs to Mr. Chang.
Belongs to Mr. Chang? Has she been betrothed to someone of her own class, someone of a distinguished and well-to-do family, I would not press to get what is rightfully mine. But to give her to Zhang, a poor, starving beggar, someone so beneath her, is intolerable.
So, according to you, Mr. Zhang is not as good as you?
You say 5,000 bandits came to the monastery. How could a Zhang, a student, defeat so many bandits? The whole story is nothing but make-believe and nonsense.
No, not make-believe, not nonsense.
What could one student do against 5,000 bandits?
I'll tell you what. At the critical moment, Lady Cui pledged Ying as wife to any man who made a plan to drive away the bandits. Mr. Zhang saved the day with his plan. He wrote a letter to General Whitehorse, who arrived quickly and drove off the bandits. So Mr. Chang won Ying fairly.
Whoever heard of Mr. Zhang? My family, for generations, has had only very important people, not nobodies, not unknowns.
Mr. Zhang is not a nobody. He's a poet and philosopher. He's devoted his life to respecting and understanding the very foundation of life. He has gained fame through his own efforts, while you have depended entirely on your ancestors and rich family. Whatever you have, you were given. You say that only the son of an official is worthy to be an official? Your scheme keeps the poor poor, while the rich grow richer. But history has shown many great men, prime ministers, military commanders, poets, have come from poor homes.
If I cannot have Ying, I will send 20 of my friends to take her to my place by force and to make her my wife.
Oh, no, Mr. Chang would never do that. He knows the difference between right and wrong. Tell me, sir, would you know a good man if you saw one? Compared to Mr. Chang, you are but a firefly. He is the full moon. And you may come from an important family, but you're no better than the bandits. You're nothing but a big bully. And all the stories I heard about you are true.
Stories! What stories? But there's no point in talking further. I will marry her. Do you hear?
No!
Marry her!
No, not marry her. Do you hear? We'll not marry her. She's in love with a young man, smart and beautiful, and nothing will ever make you smart. And all the makeup in the world will make you half as handsome as Mr. Zhang. So, as you say, there's no point in talking further.
Send for Lady Cui. I want to see her at once.
Yes, my lord.
I will make up a story to Lady Cui. I will say that Zhang passed the imperial examination in first place and married the daughter of the chancellor. I like to make people do what I want, and I'm very good at it. And I do not care how I go about it. Lying is the easiest way. Now you will see how I use this great skill to bring about my own happy marriage.
Good day, Lord Zhengheng. Hongyang told me you were here.
Good day, Lady Cui. I'll come quickly to the point. I heard in my absence you betrothed Ying to another. Is it true?
But Lord Zhengheng, surely you heard the rest of the story? The terrible flying tiger business? Ying had no means of escaping the greatest of perils without betrothal to Mr. Zhang.
Mr. Zhang? Which Mr. Zhang? The Zhang who passed imperial examination in first place? He's about 23, comes from Luoyang, from a very poor family?
Yes, you know him?
Yes. After the examination results were announced, Mr. Zhang married the chancellor's daughter, whereupon he was appointed professor in the Department of Chinese Literature at the Imperial University.
If that is so, then you, Lord Zhengheng, as originally arranged, shall become my son-in-law.
That old fool. She believed me? Now Ying will be mine.
It's rising and the dawn is breaking.
I have just seen a list of successful candidates. Our scholar Zhang has passed with honor and is returning to us. He has been appointed full governor of Hezhong. We must get ready to prepare a banquet to celebrate this happy and a great event.
Mr. Zhang has deceived us. He has married the daughter of the chancellor. So Lord Zhengheng is to be my son-in-law. Today is a lucky one for marriage, so prepare a great wedding banquet. Lord Zhengheng is expected at any moment.
Sail to the sun, sail to the moon. I've sailed to the sun and moon. I have embarked upon a raft and sailed to the sun and return today in triumph after receiving, by decree of the Emperor, the exalted appointment of Governor of Hezhong. And my literary ability, long unequaled, is at last recognized. Yesterday, I was a poor student and unknown, but now I shall be famous. Good evening, Lady Cui. I have passed the imperial examination and received highest honors and been appointed governor of Hezhong.
Don't bow to me, Mr. Zhang. Don't bow.
I don't understand. I've attained everything you wanted, so why are you displeased?
If it had not been for the flying tiger incident, you would not have had a chance to gain entrance into our family. And now, you show utter disdain for my daughter by marrying another.
What are you talking about?
Lord Zheng says you've become the son-in-law of the chancellor.
What utter nonsense!
So, Mr. Chang returns after passing examination and obtaining high office.
Hongyang, how is your young mistress?
Well, why do you care? How does your new bride compare with Ying?
Hongyang, must you also speak nonsense? If I have a bride in the capital or anywhere, may I die instantly on the spot. How could I forget the moonlight in the western chamber? How could I forget my one true love?
Mr. Zhang, congratulations.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Best wishes to you, Mr. Zhang.
That's all? You have nothing more to say?
I've prepared no end of things to say, but now I cannot find a word. Oh yes, one. Congratulations! I heard you married another. Is it true?
Who told you that?
Lord Zheng.
Oh, why does everyone believe him instead of me? I can't deny there were many beautiful women at the capital, but I never so much as even looked at one. And yet now I'm accused of marrying the chancellor's daughter?
I knew it wasn't true. Lord Zhengheng's a big liar.
Lady Cui, Mr. Zhang has saved us all from a terrible massacre. We will all here witness your promise. How can you possibly go back on your word? Mr. Zhang is an honorable man. What if he is not perfect, but you cannot hold that against him? Even the noblest hero has a bit of devil in him.
Lady Cui, I've heard the good news. My brother Zheng has been appointed governor of Hezhong and is going to marry your daughter, so I've come to offer congratulations.
But Lord Zhengheng says Mr. Zhang has become the son-in-law of the chancellor.
But Lady Cui, has no one told you? Mr. Cheng is as high-born as Lord Zhengheng, or even you, Lady Cui. Mr. Cheng's father was Minister of Internal Affairs, and when he died at an early age, Lord Zhengheng's father obtained that position. Besides, has no one told you? Lord Zhengheng has been accused of crimes against the state and will be brought before the emperor to answer the charges.
Here I'm dressed to perfection, ready to become Ying Ying's husband. Why? If it isn't the genius of Luoyang, what a great honor for me, sir. I heard you were first on the imperial examination, so I extend to you my most sincere congratulations.
No, I was not.
Attention, everyone. I have an important announcement. The daughter of the chancellor of Imperial University has married a student who took first place in Imperial University examination.
See? What did I tell you? Now Ying Ying will be mine.
But I did not place first. I placed third.
So you're not married to the daughter of the Chancellor?
No, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Well, third place is...
Lord Zhenhen has been accused for crime against the state and summoned before Emperor to answer those charges.
Oh, see, what did I tell you? Ying won't become the bride of a bad man.
Lord Zhengheng, please, before everyone assembled here, are the charges true?
Why ask? You already know he's a big liar.
Lord Zhengheng, you say you want to marry my daughter, so I must have an answer. Are the charges true?
Lady Cui, by questioning me the way you do, you reveal yourself as insolent and lowly as your servant, Hongyang. So before everyone assembled, I say, I do not wish to become a member of this family. I, therefore, renounce my engagement to Ying now, if you will excuse me. I have an appointment with the Emperor.
Let us begin the celebration and see that the young couple are happily united. A cup of wine for Governor Zheng, and let him make the first toast.
Well, the first toast goes to the world's best matchmaker, Hongyang. To Hongyang.
To Hongyang.
Oh, thank you. Oh. But Mr. Zhang, is there nothing more?
Of course there is more.
This is the luckiest day for the marriage. All the guests are arriving, and 4 horse chariot crowd the gate. Emperor's messenger and retinue are coming. Mr. Zhang has plucked the flower of success from the moon.
dragons adorn the door.
I marry
My heart will love and fulfill my life's desire. Of success from the We have plucked the flower of success from the moon.
Pluck the flower of success.
From the moon.
Pluck the flower from
I am the imperial messenger with a proclamation from the emperor. Peace reigns throughout the land, and even the mountains echo. Long live the emperor.
Long live the emperor.
The people under heaven are prosperous. All the crops yield bountiful harvests, and in every household is peace. Everywhere, happiness abides in the land, and soon we shall see the coming of the wondrous magic phoenix and the glorious unicorn. By the grace of the wise emperor of the Tang dynasty, a decree has been issued sanctioning the marriage today of the lovers Cui Yingying and Zhang Junrui. May they live together from now through old age and then for all eternity. And the emperor hopes that all lovers through the whole wide world will marry so happily.
reward. I don't express for you. And do not wait on my reward. What's best for you? And do not wait on my reward.